Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The problem that I'm addressing tonight is the addiction of methamphetamine in the United States and how it has made people turn away from the things of the Lord and His purpose for us, and how the meth addiction leads to a miserable life. This meth problem has become an epidemic in the United States. The problem affects not only the user, but it also affects our society as a whole. I know about this meth problem because I'm a recovering meth addict. I have been clean for over 5 years now, and I personally have experienced the problems that come with the terrible drug, and I've also experienced a spiritual awakening that brought me to this godly life. In this presentation, I will address the problems that methamphetamine addiction causes, the help that we can offer the addict, and how God values human life, our health, families, and anyone that tries to help people see that godly things are better than worldly things. Let's look at this topic. Meth addiction causes a lot of problems, not only for the addict, but also for their loved ones, mainly the family. One of the major problems that it will cause the user to have is mental and physical problems. It causes paranoia, insomnia, depression, brain damage, among many other things. This addiction also affects the addict's loved ones in that they have feelings of fear of losing the addict to an overdose or being locked up. They get scared that the addict will steal from them in order to get money to obtain the drug. Another problem is that it affects our communities. When the problem enters our communities, the crime rate goes up. There are fires from the chemicals that meth is made with, and there are more traffic accidents due to the addict driving after they've been up for long periods of time. This brings me to my next point. There are solutions that we can be a part of to make society a better place. One thing we can do is try to help addicts get into treatment. There are websites on the internet that will give you a number to call that will give you all the information that you need to get the addict help. We could also ask the courts to make rehab mandatory for the addict. Another thing, we can find support groups for the addict and be a part of that support group to help them start over. And this brings me to my final point. We need to show the addict what God values. One of the things that God values is human life and our health. At Romans chapter 12, verse 1 and 2, it says that we should present our bodies holy and acceptable to God. Harming our bodies is unacceptable to God. Next, God values families. So if God values it, we should too. God doesn't give up on us, so we shouldn't give up on our family. And God values our efforts to help others to spread the gospel. We should be Christ-like and set good examples for others and preach the good news. This brings me to this conclusion. We have heard about the problems meth addiction causes and how we can be a part of the solution to help the addict learn godly things. Let's take what we have learned and help the addict learn to live a good, clean, godly life. If you have someone that has this problem, let's do the godly thing and help them. God gives everyone a chance in life. Let's be God's messenger. Thank you. How many minutes?